Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bonny and welcome to Bonny Beauty Hub. Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to show you this very simple, minimalistic makeup that is sweat-proof, summer-proof basically, humidity-proof. It stays the entire day long. I've worn this makeup for more than 9 hours and outside in the heat. And now that we're officially in the summertime, we need a routine that we can wear and go out in the heat and enjoy, have fun, and not bother about our makeup melting off. So this is a step-by-step routine. It is very simple. The base is the most important part. So if you want to know how I got this look, keep on watching. So the first thing I have to stress here, I cannot stress enough on this, how important your skincare is. So I've done my serum, my moisturizer, and my sunscreen, and my eye cream as well. Eye cream is the first step. So I've done all of this, and I cannot stress enough how important sunscreen is for your skin. So even if you're just inside the house, you're not going out anywhere, you're not stepping out in the sun, you still need sunscreen because you get blue lights even from the gadgets that you use, from the television you watch. So sunscreen is really, really important. I've used a lot of sunscreens. Trust me, I've used a lot of sunscreens, and it's been over the years that I've found the perfect gems that suit my skin type. So if you want to know my favorite sunscreens, just let me know in the comment section below. I would love to do a dedicated video on that. So right now, yes, I've done my skincare, I have done my sunscreen, and another thing that sunscreen helps you is it works as a primer. So sunscreen has those ingredients which work as a primer for your skin as well. So when I wear the sunscreen and when I'm going to do this foundation routine, normally I don't wear a primer. But depending on your skin type, if you feel that your skin is too dry, you can use a hydrating primer. And if your skin is too oily, you can use a mattifying primer. So this is a routine where you need to try and test it 1 or 2 times with different primers or without a primer and just a sunscreen, and then you've found your perfect match. So right now I found my perfect match. I don't need to use a primer. My sunscreen works absolutely fine. And the next step, because it is a powder foundation routine, so I'm not going to use a lot of concealer. I'm just going to use a color corrector. And for this routine, I love the Fenty Beauty, the brightening under eye corrector, and this is in the shade Peach. It is 09 Peach. So I've just used a dot under each eye, and I'm going to use my fingertip to blend it out. That's the best way. So this is the finger that has the least amount of pressure in it. Do you see how much it's brightened by under eye? So that is why I love this. The formulation for this Fenty Beauty Eye Brightener is liquidy, and so it blends very easily, and it doesn't settle down. How do I explain it? It doesn't settle in your creases, but it settles so smoothly under your eyes that is it. Look at it, my under eyes, you can't see any dark circles, and that is all. So I don't wear a concealer after this. So now I'm going with my favorite product that I've been loving the past 2 weeks, and that is the One Size Beauty, their powder foundation. It comes with a mirror, but they don't have a sponge. If you want to see a separate review on this, I already have done a separate review, dedicated review on this product. So I'll link it in the description box below. If you want, you can go and check it out. And I use it in the shade Medium 4, that is for golden undertones. And I use a flat top kabuki brush, and you see it is dirty. I wash my brushes once a week, and I have been using this brush for this foundation because I don't want too much coverage. So if you want a lot of coverage, you can use the One Size Beauty, their puff, or you can use any puff foundation if you want a little more heavier coverage. But I want a very medium coverage. It's not too light, it's not too heavy, it's medium coverage. So I'm going to take this flat top kabuki brush, I'm going to dip it over here. There is a lot of product that comes, and I'm going to use it on my skin. That is it. So I've just done one side of my face. So you can see that there is not a lot of difference. You can see a little bit of pigmentation peeking through over here, but here it looks a little bit smoother. And that is how beautiful this color suits me. They have amazing undertones and amazing colors with this foundation. And it looks just like my skin, but it is just polished away all the flaws that I have, like the hyperpigmentation and the little sunburn scars. So that is why I love this foundation. It gives you the right amount of coverage, and if you want a heavier coverage, you can go with another sponge. So that is it. It looks so simple and so beautiful, and this lasts all day long. I just did one side of my face so that you can see the difference with the one that is not done and with the side that it's done. So let me go and do my full face really quick. My foundation is done. So if I'm not talking to you guys, it hardly takes me 30 to 40 seconds to do my entire foundation, just my base. So the next step is really important. You know which makeup setting spray suits best for your skin type. I love the Morphe one because it is not too dry, it is not too dewy. It gives me the perfect amount of spray so that it sets my makeup. Now because it's a powder foundation, this setting the makeup is a very vital role over here. So just let me spray it out. And now the makeup setting spray would set the powder foundation into your skin, and it is not going to move the entire day long. So this step really helps. A powder foundation, set it with a spray, and then go with all the other shebang, your bronzer, your blush, your eye makeup, and it would not move. The final step would also, I would use this in my final step as well, but using this as my second step, the step after my foundation, makes a huge difference. So this works wonders. Now because it's a very simple routine, I don't want too much makeup. I want it to look very natural. So I do have dark eyebrows. I don't have a lot of sparseness over here. So I'm not gonna go with an eyebrow pencil or a pomade or a powder. I'm just gonna go with a gel, a tinted gel, so that it just gives me a little bit of color and keeps it together. I'm using the One Size Beauty again. If I have the video already up, I would link it in the description box below, or else there's a video coming out soon on the brow products separately. So I'm going to just run it through my brows. It gives you the right amount of tint so that your eyebrows does not look too dark. I just love this product. One dip for one eyebrow, the other dip for the other eyebrow. Voila! Few seconds and the eyebrow is also done. How simple is that? So now I'm going to do my bronzer. So I've taken a bronzer, I've taken a dark color bronzer. This is from Ciate. It is the Bamboo bronzer in the shade South Beach. It is a nice warm toned bronzer, and I'm going to use a small angled brush. The brush is dirty because again it's the same brush that I've been using every day. I'm going to take a little bit. Bronzer is done. It's not a too matte bronzer. It does seem like it has a little of glitter particles in it, but it is a very sheen bronzer that gives you a beautiful sheen. Not too much of a glow, but a very pretty sheen on your skin, and that's what I like about this. And if you want to go totally matte, you can go for a completely matte bronzer. Now because I've done a completely matte base, I like to add a little bit sheen to my other products. So this was my bronzer that has a little bit of sheen, and I am using the Jaclyn Hill blush. This is the Luminous Rouge blush in the shade LOML. I would link everything that I'm using on my skin will be linked in the description box below. This is a very pretty blush. Again, there's a full video coming on her complete Bougie Rouge collection. So if it's already up, I'll link it in the description box below. Otherwise, it's coming soon. So let me find a blush brush. I'm gonna take a small, it's not densely packed, it's loosely packed. And this is a powder blush. This is a powder blush, loose powder blush. So I take a little bit. It looks very dark over here. So I've just taken a very little bit. I'm taking it in my brush. I'm swirling the brush around, taking off the excess. Wow. So as I told you, if you want to go totally matte, you can use a completely matte blush, but this is again a blush that has a little bit of sheen to it, and because I'm going for the totally matte base, I like to go with a lot of sheen products. So that is why I went with a bronzer with a lot of sheen, and I'm going with a blush with some sheen. Now you already have a lot of sheen going on, so a highlighter is not like required, but you know me, if you know me, so I am going to go for a highlighter if I can find. I'm taking a very loosely packed brush, I'm taking the MAC highlighter, and here we go. I love highlighter. Anything that goes on the cheek, whether it be a bronzer, a blush, or a highlighter, I love it. Alright, next step, I like it because I have a lot of dark circles, and though my dark circles are not so visible over here, I know that after some time it would peek through. And this is another product that I have recently found, and it's working wonders for my skin, and that is the Jaclyn Hill, the brightening palette. It's called their, what is it called? Yeah, the brightening and setting palette. So they have 4 shades in this, and all these 4 shades work amazing for my skin tone. But I am going with the shade Light Banana, not Light Banana. I'm going with the shade Caramel. I can use Light Banana or Caramel, so sometimes I go with both together. It is little powdery, and then I just do it under my, look at the difference. Look at this side and this side. It's just one tap. So that is how much of a difference this does. And I do it at the end because then it blends out everything. So even if there are the edges of the blush and the bronzer is a little sharp, it just smooths out the edges and it gives a more smooth finish. So look at the difference. I just can't tell you how much I've been loving this. Okay, so you would have noticed I haven't done anything yet on my eyelids. And look, it, because of the darkness over here, it shows, it looks like you've already added a little bit bronzer or given it sort of dimension. Sometimes the flaws that you think you have is what makes it so different. So the work is done. You need not do any eyeshadow now. So the final step, I would like to do one step before I do the final step. I'm going to do the mascara. So before the mascara, I'm going to set everything once again, and that would just melt everything into the skin again, because now that you've used the bronzer, the blush, the highlighter, and your under eye setting, all of this is powder products. So when you use another layer of the whatever setting spray you're using, it would melt everything with the base that you have, and it would look so natural. Trust me, try this and let me know how you liked it. So I'm going to use another layer. I like to brighten my eyes, so I like to use a little bit of Kajal. I'm using the light tinted in the shade Legacy. I'm using the Huda Beauty lip liner in the shade Deep Rose, and the Jaclyn Hill lip cushions in the shade Promised. Alright, so I always use my mascara as my final step, that is even after doing my final setting spray, because if the mascara gets wet, then it bleeds down to your under eye and it's not a good scene. You have to do your makeup all over again. So yeah, after I set my face, the final setting, that's when I do my mascara, and that is it. If you want to add anything to this, you can definitely add a little bit of more glow or lesser glow. You can make a little bit of modification, but the important step over here is always the foundation, the base. So the skincare that you lay beneath the foundation and the foundation that you use. So I have found this amazing. This has been the best foundation that I've been using for almost 2 weeks now, and it's worked wonders. It does not clog pores. It does not emphasize pores. It looks exactly the same entire day long, and it gives enough coverage that I don't have to use a concealer. Yeah, it is sweat proof, humidity proof, summer proof. Basically, it lasts the entire day long in the summer. So yeah, if you want to give it a try, give it a try. Do your own sort of modification and let me know how you liked it. If you like this review, please make sure to hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.